Hey there, welcome and welcome back. I appreciate everybody coming to watch my videos. I hope everybody's doing great out there. I decided I'm going to react to Metallica, who, of course, I've heard for years and years and years. But I haven't gotten around to listening to their newest album. So I wanted to go ahead and do a reaction to Lux Æterna. I believe that's how you pronounce it. For live in Hamburg, Germany, in this last May. Um, I've always been a big Metallica fan, or not always. Not always. It took me a while to get into them, but once it clicked, when I was probably 15, 16, I was in. It was total, complete. They were huge when I was in high school. When I was in high school was about the time the Black Album came out, and they were huge. It was just ridiculous. But I like their old stuff. I liked their newer stuff. The everybody complained about some of the newer stuff. I mean, it was their music progressed, and there were a few songs here and there that I didn't care for. I wasn't a big fan of the Saint Anger album, but Death Magnetic I loved. I loved that album. Um, but I thought I'd go ahead and watch one of their new things. So here we go. Now, is that playing part of the song? This was such an interesting stage setup. I saw it because I watched the all the videos coming out um, when Floor got to open for him in the Netherlands, and I saw the stage and I was just confused. And I saw a few videos of some of their old songs um, on the stage, and interesting that it's just an open stage. There's no backstage. There's people in the pit. There's people out of the pit. There's nowhere for them to really go when they're off stage, and I found that interesting. I've seen behind the scenes with like James just sitting there next to the stage, right next to the audience, it's just unusual. I saw them back in, I guess it was '91. Sorry about that, my battery's starting to get low. It was during the Black Tour. Their stage setup was amazing. They did have a pit inside the stage, but it wasn't a surround stage. There was definitely a back to it. That was an amazing show. They didn't have an opener. It was just 3.5 hours of Metallica, and it was amazing. Let's go ahead and get on into this. Okay, I'm definitely liking it. I like the pace. They're definitely driving forward. Um, I did want to talk about Lars here. I know Lars gets a lot of hate. I've always liked him as a drummer. I mean, he's not the best drummer in the world, of course. There's I can name a bunch that I think are more talented, but he knows how to play them damn drums. There ain't no mistaking it. And I always find it funny. A lot of the people complaining about talking about how he's a terrible drummer have never picked up sticks in their life. He is a really good drummer. I love the whole band. I've actually saw them again. I just realized a few years after the Black Tour, it was like either Load or Reload, and they that time they did do their show in the round, and that was a great show. Also, I've also seen Robert one other time with Ozzy. I saw he was with Ozzy. I believe it was after Osmosis came out, and it was the Retirement Sucks tour, because he had announced his retirement with the No More Tears album, and he called his tour the No More Tours tour. And then a couple years later, he released Osmosis and did the Retirement Sucks tour. But so I've seen Robert actually three times, but I've seen the rest of the band twice, and they always put on a just monster show. It's great. Okay, sorry about that other alert. I have a do not disturb on my phone, but for some reason it's not working. But here we go. Okay, I really enjoyed it. I haven't really heard much because I've actually been avoiding watching videos, watching reactions to it because I knew eventually I'd want to hear this album, so I've been avoiding it. But I think they're just going hard. I'm enjoying. I love that. That was a great song. I really liked it. They definitely have a great feel. I mean, everybody has their own opinions about Metallica, but you can't argue that they are legends. Maybe they've gone up and come down and gone up and come down in your opinion, but I I'll always love Metallica. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Give it a like, comment if you want me to watch any more of the live versions of this album, and any other older band, just throw it out there. If I, a lot of the older bands I've heard most of their music, but maybe you'll throw something out there that I haven't heard, or it's something I haven't heard in a long time and I want to review again. But give me any requests you have, and I'd appreciate you subscribing. Thanks a lot.